Just a robot. So I said my next movie review was going to be on the Lorax, but luckily for me, this is not a movie review. This is a cartoon episode review, so I'm still in the clear. Now for those of you who don't know what Gumball is a kid's cartoon that has the most interesting art style of all time. It basically takes every single animation style and combines them into one world. It's mostly episodic and not really plot-driven like Steven Universe or Adventure Time, but it's still pretty good nonetheless. It talks a lot about current social issues. And this episode we're covering today is about SJWs. Now, Gumball is not the first cartoon to ever talk about this subject. Family Guy talked about SJWs, Simpsons talked about SJWs, South Park talked a lot about SJWs. But Gumball is the first kids cartoon that I know about that actually tackled this subject. The episode begins with Gumball eating lunch with Carmen the cactus, and Carmen is giving Gumball a lot of, let's be nice and call it constructive criticism.
Gumball, you need to make eye contact with people. It's how you show them you care about what they have to say. That really doesn't look like a very balanced diet. Too much greasy food is very bad for your digestive system. There. That was really wasteful.
Fine! Happy now?
No! Now it's been in the trash. It's way worse for you than it was in the first place.
What do you want from me?
Please don't talk with your mouth full. You increase the risk of choking by 75%.
Now, Carmen is not doing anything wrong. From her point of view, she's just trying to help Gumball out. And from Gumball's point of view, she's being very controlling.
She's just trying to help you be a better person.
Exactly. She's raising the bar, which is totally unfair for someone like me who liked the bar exactly where it was.
Oh no, someone lowered the bar again? Quick, someone, call James Cameron.
Systems are normal. You guys hearing the song okay up there?
James Cameron, explorer of the sea.
Yes, James, we hear the song.
Descending to 1,000 feet. I don't see the bar yet. Looks like it must have sunk pretty low.
With a dying thirst to be the first. Could it be? Yeah, it's him, James Cameron.
It's only constructive criticism.
She wouldn't go around body-shaming people or mocking people for being old. So why is it okay to go after me because I'm wrong? She's wrong-shaming me.
Would anybody be surprised if Tumblr actually made that a real thing? So, Gumball tries to beat Carmen at her own game. Gumball's plan goes about as well as all his other plans do.
Busted!
What?
Don't you think it's pretty ageist to offer Marvin your seat? Surely the fact he's so old means he's had way more experience standing up than everyone else.
This is one of the very few kid shows that actually genuinely makes me laugh.
What's going on here?
He asked me to plug him into Rambler.
Rambler? What is that, a website?
It's more like a bare knuckle fight to see who's the most tolerant person on the internet.
So they're obviously using Rambler in place of Tumblr, which I think is a very good name to replace it with because everybody on Tumblr just rambles all the time.
But yeah, no, tolerance on the internet these days is more about destroying people in an argument.
By destroying someone in an argument, you mean throwing a whole bunch of buzzwords out, right?
The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
Ha, Matrix reference. So now we come to the main point of this episode.
Have you ever tried whole grain bread? It's far better for you.
Not everyone can afford organic stores, Carmen. Maybe you should check your privilege.
I just meant that eating too much processed food is a big factor in weight gain, and
And what? Big people shouldn't be proud of who they are?
No, of course not. I mean, ask your doctor and he will tell you.
He? Why would you assume the doctor is a he? Is it because you assume a woman can't be a doctor?
Now here's where Gumball really shines. With shows like Family Guy, The Simpsons, and South Park, they were mostly focusing on how SJWs were nothing but oversensitive pussies. But Gumball is focusing on a slightly different issue, and that's how SJWs just assume the worst in people.
What is this?
I have studied the martial ways of the social justice warrior.
He said it! He said it!
Fight me in an argument if you dare. Perish under the sword of my self-righteousness.
But Gumball, it's exploiting those powers to win some petty argument will just hurt the cause of the people who really need our help.
And that's the best part of this entire episode. There's a difference between good social justice and bad social justice. If you're doing it just to make yourself look good and make everyone else look bad, you're doing it completely wrong. But if you're doing it to help everyone out, then you're doing it right. It would have been so much easier if they just made fun of social justice warriors, but they went the extra mile. They actually talked about the good side of social justice and what the difference is between the two, and they did it in a very excellent way. And I really like the part where Carmen says to Gumball all he'll end up doing is hurting the cause instead of helping it. Which is extremely true. For example, remember when Anita Sarkeesian started talking about women in video games? Before that, there was actually a discussion to be had, but thanks to her, now no one wants to have that discussion. Gumball gets defeated, but he's not done yet. He decides to sneak into the school to pick up some dirt on Oh my god, that is hilarious! Oh my god, oh, it's still going.
Why are you even doing this?
I owe it to our classmates to expose Carmen as a hypocrite she is, and humiliate her in front of everyone at school.
Now this is another good example of something social justice warriors do. When they can't win an argument, they attempt to discredit someone, either by doxing them or trying to dig up some dirt on them. Now, there's a lot of instances they could be referencing here, but I think they're specifically referencing the time when the Steven Universe fanbase tried to dig up some dirt on Rebecca Sugar. Basically, this girl drew Amethyst and Rose Quartz skinny. The Steven Universe fanbase started attacking her and actually made her attempt suicide. Luckily, she didn't die, but this got so bad that Rebecca Sugar actually came in to stop this. So the Steven Universe fanbase decided to dig up some dirt on Rebecca Sugar. Yeah, they dug up dirt on the person who made the show they're a fan of. What the actual fuck?
Carmen used to lead quite the thug life. Look at this. Truancy, fights, cheating. Oh no.
Police forcibly removed a local girl who'd been expelled from Franklin Junior High this morning.
She was horrible. She kept disrespecting me, making fun of my face, saying things like, "Hey, Blurry McBlurrison."
This show. I better stop watching before I blow out another laugh chip. I recommend you guys go see the rest of the episode for yourself. Trust me, the ending is really funny.
I thought you came here to help me.
Yeah, to help you realize you're wrong. You need to stop hearing only what you want to hear.
You're right. Victory is near.
I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it handled its message very maturely. In fact, they were more mature than most adult programming, which is saying a lot considering this is a kid's show. One of my main problems with anti-social justice warriors nowadays is that a lot of them act like any type of social justice is a bad thing. And I can understand where they're coming from, but Gumball shows the difference between good social justice and bad social justice. My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube, debunking SJWs and feminazis too. We criticize reactionists in hopes they get the boot, just to robot marches on.
Wait, what did you put in your beaker?
A dash of the unexpected, a drop of the unforeseen, and a pinch of the unpredictable.
Gumball, I take back everything I said. You're a genius.
Thank you, giant melted poodle meatball thing.
So Gumball made acid. I don't know what I can really add to that, but he made acid.